This commentary is around beachcombing, collecting ideas, learning as we go, and using those ideas in business to really make a difference. There's up to 7 phases that an idea might go through as we work on it. This isn't a rigid framework, it's not a set of steps that every idea goes through. It might not go through all 7, but of course we're going to explore them fully here. But we're always going to start here at step 1, and this involves perhaps a very minor change in our attitude. We're all exposed to new ideas all the time, but do we notice them? The guys at Daily Motion had a list of idea sources.
A lot of my learning comes from my clients, a lot of them comes from my peers who I work with. Reading, the old-fashioned reading, going out and finding out what's going on out there, not spending too much time in the office. Check the blogs, check the websites, read the industry press, speaking to as many people as you possibly can, keep abreast of what's going on in business. I think learning from people around you is more important in sales. You need to know what's going on in the marketplace, you need to know your marketplace.
And it's that last one that was key to me, because it's about people that you network with, perhaps even your customers, asking your customers about their great ideas. Because no one's going to be offended or going to mind if you say, "What a fantastic new product, can you tell me how you came up with that? Where did it come from?" What we may need to do, and why we may need to make a small change to our attitude, is we might need to think about ideas from other industries. And Digby talked about that.
There's always things you think of or you see and you wonder, does that have any relevance to what I'm doing?
If you're anything like me though, it's not about seeing ideas that's a problem, it's about remembering them. And leadership expert Clay Lowe has a method that he uses.
Simple. You've got a notebook, you've got a pen. Doesn't require any batteries, any charging. Easy to fit in your bag. Now, if you want to get back at me, or if you're looking to make me look confused, just take my notebook away from me. Yeah, I need it.
But other people use pieces of paper, special email folders, a memo recorder, make notes on their phone or BlackBerry because they've always got it with them. Perhaps they use a dedicated in tray on their desk. It doesn't really matter. It's about whatever works for you. Then it's about exploring and playing with that idea a little bit. How might that idea fit into my business world? And that made me think of a clip that I saw by Frank, the web video pioneer.
You just start with an idea and you say, "That makes me think of." You start with the obvious stuff because that's sometimes the easiest to overlook, and then you just generate a little list. Then you look at the list and find a couple things that catch your eye, and then you say it again. "That makes me think of." After you do that a couple times, you'll find yourself thinking about something pretty far away from that original idea. Although they're different, they're linked because you did the thinking, and sometimes when you look back on the first idea, you'll have a new perspective.
Sometimes you can't immediately see how an idea might fit into your world. But that's okay, because you shouldn't force it. Not everything is going to work every time. For me, the gravity model is a case in point. I knew there was something about drawing people towards you, but couldn't find a way to make that work for about 3 months. Until suddenly that big idea just hits you, it all slots into place. Perhaps it's last thing at night, or those odd moments when you're driving home. What do we mean by a big idea though? It doesn't have to change the world, it doesn't have to be big in that way. But if it makes you more effective, if it opens opportunities, if it increases your gravity or makes your interpersonal skills better, then that is a big idea. But no one is as clever as everyone. So get that idea out there as soon as you can. Improve it, refine it. I always remember what Digby told me about ideas being a team job.
Our company, our platform, the same as any other, isn't really kind of just generated by 1 or 2 guys or 1 or 2 ideas. Somebody may have the original founding kind of concept, but to make it a success, you need to bring people in that can add to that as well. And everyone has a different take on things. Everyone has a different perspective. And to really truly make it a success, you need to have all those different component parts to make it, a successful enterprise.
But now it's time for the payoff, because it's all for nothing if we don't use these ideas. and of course pass them on and share them if they're really great. It's these ideas that get us ahead of the competition that can really make a fundamental difference. Seeing a good idea out there and working, for me, is a great motivator to go back out there and look for more.